today's test run of the Pantry Challenge. The lovely ladies from Analytics in Greytown have set a challenge with using basic local ingredients to create some food. So what's in my box today? I've got a tin of sweet corn, some flour, some pepper, some eggs, oil, salt, tin of tuna, knives and forks. So what can I make out of this Pantry Challenge box? So with the corn, the tuna, I could possibly do a fritter, maybe a corn fritter today. Also maybe using this tuna which has got olive oil in it, I could actually use that in the pan rather than using this oil. And with the eggs, I'll make a fritter with it, with some flour. I could even fry a little egg to go on the side as well. So, first of all, I'll just get the pan on. Get that cranked up. Right. So, I've got some bowls here. Just get my tin of sweet corn, as you do. Yeah, so as I said, this Pantry Challenge today is just all about getting some real basic ingredients and trying to make something nice out of it. Tasty and simple. Right, we'll just put some of that juice into there because we don't want any of the juice. And obviously if you have other ingredients you can add to it as well, but as I say, today we're making just a fritter. So put that into your bowl. Done. Right, tin of tuna. Again, we don't necessarily want all the oil, but I can scoop some out. And I say, rather than wasting the oil, we can actually cook the fritters in it. And then we're going to put a couple of eggs. There's a couple of ways we could do this. We could just put whole eggs and just do it really quickly, or we could also whisk up the egg whites to make it more light and fluffy. So I've got almost put about a couple of tablespoons of flour into this. So 1, 2. And also welcome to the beautiful backdrop we have here, the lovely Wairarapa here in the back of Greytown, up Karatawhiti Street. So to that also I'll put most probably a good pinch, maybe like 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt and some pepper, just to make it taste really lovely. And obviously with seasoning you can always taste it. If you add too much then you can't bring it back. So to this, as I say, I'm just going to add a yolk or 2 yolks to this, and then 2 egg whites. So what we're going to do is going to whisk that up so it makes it nice and fluffy and light, the fritter. You can just get these 2 eggs. If you've got no time, you don't want to mess around, just chuck the 2 eggs in and mix it. But I want to try and make it a little bit more fluffy and light. Right, whisk. Sorry, this is going to bore you for a minute or two, but that's the way it is. As I say, you can just whack it in and not mess around with it so much, but I'm going to try and make it a bit more fluffy and light today.
And today we're just using a like a camping stove, eh?
Yep, so today we've just literally got the basics. So yeah, just a camp stove in the warehouse or somewhere like that, fry pan, as I say, just some basic ingredients. So this project that we're doing, yeah, was basically about looking in your pantry and saying, oh, I've got a tin of corn in there, or I've got some chickpeas, or I've got some tuna, or whatever it is, and then just trying to make some simple and tasty dishes out of that. And obviously to this, if you had other ingredients, you could put some lemon zest in it, or you could put some coriander or some basil. You know, there's lots of different stuff from it, but obviously I've got what I've got, so this is what I'm going to do. So we're nearly there now. We want it nice and stiff. Stiff peaks. Nearly there. I'll show you what we did when I was an apprentice cooking. We'll get the egg. Hopefully it's not going to do it. Put it over your head. So you know
You're
nice.
a brave man, Ant. You're a brave man.
That's right. I've had egg on my face before. Right.
Awesome. So that didn't take too long at all.
No. So we just add the egg whites. So let's get cracking. Right, and then just stir this in. It's almost like making a souffle in a way. If you've ever made a souffle, if you know what one of those is, it's yeah. So as you can see, just incorporated nicely. And then all we're going to do now is grab a little bit of this tuna.
Oh, so you can use the oil from the tuna. I didn't even think of that. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, we will put a little bit of oil in it as well, because it's not quite. But
And can you use any oil, Ant?
yeah, a little bit. You know, olive oil, canola oil, whatever you can lay your hands on, basically. Right.
Okay. So just a tablespoon?
So yeah, I'll put a couple of tablespoons in each fritter. And as I said, you could add lots of different ingredients to this. If you had any herbs or a little bit of garlic, you know. To be honest, we actually just went and had a little look in the surrounding areas, and we found a little bit of this wild garlic, which I'll show you here.
Yeah. You're right.
My knees, it's all right.
The gravel is a little bit
So this
unforgiving.
is what they call three-cornered garlic, or wild garlic. Obviously, you don't go out foraging if you don't know what things are.
No.
But yeah, I had a friend of mine who was a botanist who used to take me out and do a bit of foraging, and it's got lovely garlic smell to it. So call it onion weed, or otherwise known as three-cornered garlic, and you can use the flowers to make dishes look pretty. You can make a pesto out of this, with a little bit of salt, pepper, bit of oil. Even if you've got some little local wairarapa walnuts, you can put that into it as well.
Gosh.
Yeah.
And it's very distinctive garlicky smell, isn't it,
Yes.
when you break that stem?
Yeah, so that's why they call it three-cornered garlic, because it's obviously got the three corners that look like a triangle, and the lovely smell of garlic. Obviously there is other things out there that look similar.
Yeah.
And yeah, please don't go out there just picking stuff randomly.
No, there are books you can get in the library about foraging, and we might cover off foraging a little bit more later in this project.
Yeah. Right, so we're just looking obviously for a nice golden colour for this. Let's have a little flip.
Oh, nice.
And then the same here. As I say, you can just add the eggs as was, but I just like to try and make it a little bit more fluffy and light with the ingredients. As I say, same as if you're making power fritters or any fritters really. Zucchini ones you could do if you had some zucchini, or if you had a tin of beetroot, you could do the same again, but use the beetroot. If you had some cheese, some feta cheese, you could put into it. You could pretty much, the world's your oyster. You can do whatever you want.
We're going to eat these, aren't we? I'd forgotten that bit.
Yeah,
that's I'm really excited about that.
Come, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So just to recap, while they're cooking, the ingredients we had were...
Yeah, so as I said, if you wanted to, we could actually put this egg and fry it, and you could have it with it as well. But so just tin of sweet corn.
Yep.
I put 2 egg yolks, 2 egg whites, about 3/4 teaspoon of salt, a good whack of black pepper, about 5 or 6 grinds of that, and then whisk up the egg whites to stiff peaks or over your head,
yeah.
if you're brave enough. And then obviously a little bit of oil in the pan, get that nice and hot, and then just cook them till they're lovely and golden brown like that. And then you can just feel that they're cooked. You could whack them in the oven if you wanted to, just
Okay.
Colour one side, then put it over, then put it in the oven for a couple of minutes if you wanted to.
And if people didn't have any oil in the house but they had butter, they could use that?
They could use, exactly, use butter.
Okay.
Say even a dry pan.
Right,
you know,
okay.
At the end of the day.
Yep.
So, yeah. That's it really. So, we're just going to serve these up now. So, today was our little test run of Facebook Live. I've never done this before, so I hope you enjoy it today as much as the weather and everything we've enjoyed today.
Has been great.
And what I'm going to do is I'll be a bit sneaky. I'll use a couple of these lovely wild garlic flowers just to make it zhuzh it up, as I think they say, is it?
I think they do. Oh, that looks lovely.
So, sweet corn fritters with tuna and made with love and the wildlife, sunshine and river.
Lovely. Thank you, Ant.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. And you can follow us, this project. We're hopefully going to be doing 14 videos, Ant, between now and Christmas. And alongside these, there'll also be recipe cards. And we'll be making sure the recipe cards are in the food boxes that go out from the food bank. But we'll also be making them available via our Facebook page, which is Planalytics. I'm just going to... We've got this amazing box. There you go. So do follow us on here. We'd love to hear what you think about this idea of bringing really simple cooking to the to people via Facebook, and we'd love to hear your suggestions as well. And yeah, let's really get a conversation going around in the community about food and making food simple and accessible. Thank you, Ant.
Yeah, thank you.
I can't wait to tuck in.
Happy cooking.